Hi, this is my circuit project created by me, Mariocoronado, and I'm in Ms. Fennick's second period physics class. How to save energy in your house. This is the importance of knowing the electric wiring in our home to save energy. To efficiently save energy, you must know where your electric wiring is. It is extremely beneficial to memorize your circuit box and which switch goes to what room, outlet, light switch, or any other appliance around the house that requires electricity. Could be a stove, could be your fridge, etc. Um, an example of what I did was I communicated with my dad through our phones to find out which switch went to what room or outlet. After writing down what went where, I made a floor plan of my house while creating a plan in my mind. And that plan essentially was to know what light and which appliances I should be more cautious with about and which room in my house consumed the most electricity. Another step to save more energy around the house is to take some responsibility for your electrical choices around the house. You can always start by reading your electrical bill and seeing how much money you're actually spending from electricity. Some ways that you can start taking some responsibility and saving some money is by leaving the lights turned off when not needed, not leaving the TV on, which I'm sure all of us do a lot, and leaving the fan off, stoves off, sorry. And finally, washing your clothes all at once rather than every other day. Like, just try to save as much as you can. The importance of knowing and understanding circuits. Finally, understanding the circuits in the house is extremely important when having, when planning to save energy. This understanding can help you see which appliances have the most amps and therefore to have a better idea on which one consumes the most electricity. For example, if you know that a dryer is using a circuit of 30 amps, using it cautiously and less often, as I said in the last slide, just not doing it, just using all at once rather than every other day, it'd be extremely beneficial to saving electricity. Here's my reflection. And honestly, this project has allowed me and even my family to get a better understanding of how electricity is distributed around our house. I learned many things, and three being that I learned that a circuit breaker box is used to protect an electrical current from damage due to a failing in the system. Or maybe even in case of an electric overload or short circuit, I can easily shut down the electric flow to different parts of my house. And by looking at the labels on the circuit box, obviously. The circuit breaker box, another thing I learned, sorry, a circuit breaker lock, the circuit breaker box clearly shows the amperage for each switch, which helps on knowing the amperage of each circuit at home. Fully understanding the electric charges and fees on my electric bill each month is an important part of keeping our home energy budget under control. Based on some of the questions from this part of the project, I can come to the conclusion that I am the most responsible for the overuse of energy in my house. I say this because I do not pay attention to things such as like leaving my TV on when I'm not watching it, even the lights, the stove. Sometimes when I'm cooking eggs, I forget to turn it off, which is very dangerous. And even my fan. I also forget to do the thing that I emphasize most in this project, which is to try to use the dryer a lot less than I should. And finally, through this project, I gained a better understanding of how electricity is distributed in my house. I also learned that the difference between a parallel and series circuit, which I didn't know before. And lastly, I learned which appliance in my home uses the most energy and which room consumes the least energy. So these were just summaries of my reflections. I didn't want to bore anyone. And now finally, my annotated bibliography, which is just these three sources that I use, not really much. And yeah, thank you so much.